So what episode is this? 55?
Something.
Let's see.
Clock is ticking.
Clock is ticking.
Boom!
We are here in the Cabana, and I thought it was time. Why don't you tell them? You're so excited.
This is some really nice gin. Orkney gin from Orkney Island, Scotland.
Yeah.
And it is some marvelous stuff. You got the little mermaid there. It's just very cool. But here's the thing.
54.
It's gin, but you know, since the day we're recording, we should be having hurricanes because today is Mardi Gras.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Is it Fat Tuesday?
Today's Fat Tuesday.
Dang it.
Come on, fatty. No, but this is good stuff. Orkney gin. But I do want to wish everyone a very happy Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
May you imbibe, because tomorrow you got to stop.
For how long?
It's up to Easter.
Oh.
40 days. But everybody picks different things that they give up for Lent.
Oh, that's right.
And here's the funny thing. This is true human nature 101.
Okay. You know what you should give up this year?
Well, I know.
Mayonnaise. The worst condiment ever.
It's not. It is not. Mayonnaise is a marvelous thing. No.
Gross.
No, what's disgusting is that fake stuff. That Miracle Whip or whatever.
Okay, that's fine.
It's a miracle I don't puke and die eating that stuff.
But mayonnaise is only good for applying small amounts to tuna fish, which I had for dinner tonight. But you know what I do? I put a little bit in there just to make it a little moist. But then I put that shredded cheese from Costco in there.
Oh, yeah.
And then I put Rudy's barbecue sauce in there.
Oh, Rudy's.
Delicious.
Rudy.
Yeah, delicious.
Nice.
That's what we had for dinner
But
tonight.
we need some Orkney gin. But yes, happy Mardi Gras. Okay, so here's the thing. Human nature 101 is the fact that, because someone once asked me.
Ice or no ice?
No.
No ice? Okay.
No, I don't want mine watered down. I forgot that it's got a golden tint to it.
Yeah, because it has a...
It's been a long time.
Isn't it...
It's got peat moss in it or something. But Mardi Gras came into being because...
I thought it was some pagan thing.
No, it's before Easter. You give up something. Lent. You have Ash Wednesday, where you give up something for 40 days up to Easter because Jesus gave up for us, right? So that's what you do. So naturally, as a human, you then go, oh my gosh, tomorrow I got to give up everything. I'm going to have everything tonight. That's what created Mardi Gras, Fat Tuesday. You ate everything you wanted, you drank everything you wanted because you're going to be fasting for the next 40 days.
So
I'm not giving up anything this year.
You should give up mayonnaise. It's gross.
Okay, I'll give up mayo.
I'm going to hold you to it.
Oh, wow. That's a nice smell. Oh, man. And you know what was so cool? The place we went to on Orkney Island is so stinking cool because nobody knew this village was there. That's thousands of years old. But there was a big storm that washed away all of the sediment and sand. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Cheers. Cheers.
Sorry for interrupting the story, but I wanted to drink. That's quite nice.
Wow. I've forgotten it.
Well, remember when you brought it home and you presented it to me, I was super thankful, as always. And we just had a little bit, right? And we tried it. But that was quite a long time ago.
A couple of years ago, right?
Has it been that long?
I think so.
There's no dust on the...
Well, but anyhow, so it washed away, and Lord whatever that owned this property found it, and it's this stone village where these houses are still intact. And so you could go down there to it, check it out, and you can even see some of the furniture. I mean, it's stone furniture. It's thousands of years old. And they don't let you go inside of it. Obviously, they want to take care of it. But it's just a whole village right there.
That's pretty cool.
On Orkney Island. And what's really cool is you've got these stepping stones on the way there. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, you get to this one point, 18 whatever the Eiffel Tower was built. Boom, 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 boom. 1770, whatever, this was done. And then boom, 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 boom. You're still working your way back in time to when these villages were there. the pyramids were made. The pyramids in Egypt, and then boom.
I think we might have to alter that timeline.
Well, no, of the three there in Cairo, what are those called?
Anyway,
geez.
I don't want to ruin
the famous
story.
ones.
I don't want to ruin your story.
They're only. I don't know that they're 1,500 years old. Well, no, I mean 1,500 BC.
Oh, BC. I see.
Yeah.
I
think they're about 3,000 years old, and this village is right around 3,000 something years old. But yeah, you're right. It's a guess. Nobody was there. Nobody was writing this down.
There's some circumstantial evidence that claims a lot older. So it just depends on which institute you got your PhD from and whether your email has an EDU after it, whether they'll listen to you or not.
Right. Yeah.
Did you watch the State of the...
No, because I was busy going over some music
I watched
stuff.
it.
I'm going to watch it. State of the whatever.
Yeah, it's not the State of the Union because he hasn't been in long enough, but it's like...
It's what they call it, something before Congress or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so that was interesting.
So here's something that popped into my head today.
Okay.
That we both know, and that you should know as well, both of you, is...
especially if you watch this.
Because a couple people were talking about how, what the hell? I remember, because, Trump's trying to create peace. I remember when it was Democrats that were always wanting to, create peace, and Republicans were wanting to go to war all the time. And the thought that crossed my mind was, no, Democrats didn't change, Republicans didn't change. We just know who's getting paid by the military machine right now.
Yep.
And that's really all it shows. Nobody actually changed.
Yeah.
It's just different people getting paid.
Yeah.
Because I am fully convinced that's what everything is. It's all about who's getting paid.
Yeah.
Everything.
Duh, I've been saying that for years.
I know,
Duh.
we all say that for years, but you just don't realize how there just seems to be no exception.
There is no exception.
Yeah.
It's all about money.
Everything is about money. And then this is the other little slogan I came up with, because my wife and I were talking about that. And that is, because you get that line, money is the root of all evil. And I said, well, it can be. But here's the thing. I've known very wealthy people who are very giving. One guy in particular comes to mind, multi-millionaire, gives tons of money. And you wouldn't know they've got as much money as what they've got. So
I believe money is the root of all evil.
But here's the thing.
I also believe money makes you more of who you are.
That's a good thing.
Money makes you more of who you are.
Here was my little descriptor.
Okay.
Was, money doesn't necessarily make you evil, but if you're evil, you love money.
Yeah, well...
And that's why it's so often linked to the root of all evil, because evil-minded people love money.
Well, even nice people love money. I mean...
No, but that's my point.
Everybody loves money.
A lot of people... No.
Everybody loves money.
No.
No, the only people who don't love money are people who've never seen it.
No.
Yes, that's 100% true. If you have ever had any substantial amount of money, you will love money.
I don't love money. Now, I do like to roll around in it in my bed when I'm naked.
You love what money can do for you.
No, that's true. That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
And once you get to your personal threshold of what is enough money, then it stops becoming your driver.
There's never enough money. I learned that a long time ago,
I know there's never enough, but there is enough for your level of, what's the word I'm looking for? Drive.
Right. I know what you're saying.
Whatever your personal driver is, like some people, their only driver is money. Right? Because it's a game. How much money can I stack? And that's what makes them thrive, right? Other people, it's like, I just need enough money to have a place to live and, and am fed. And that's all I care about. I don't care about anything else.
Right.
So their driver for money is a lot less, like the dollar amount, right? But everybody loves money.
You gotta have money.
Yeah.
There's just no way around it.
Unless you're a mooch. and
That's true.
other people will give it to you.
And you know what? I must say, I'm not a mooch, but this man makes me a mooch.
How?
Because you give me so much good food. You're always giving us food.
But you never ask.
No, but the point
No,
is I feel really...
But you never ask.
I feel like such a mooch.
But you never ask. There's a difference.
Oh, there's a difference.
If you
I
were
know.
always calling me, hey, are you cooking something good? Like, I'd be like, what is wrong with you, man?
Oh! By the way, Julie found you a little gift.
Oh. Nice. Nice.
Show it to the camera.
Nice.
Whiskey. And it's got
Yeah.
several drinks there, I guess. I don't know what they are. I can't
don't know
read
what
it
they are
backwards.
But they all have whiskey.
Sazerac? Is that-
Sazerac is a brand.
Simple syrup, orange garnish, bitters, absinthe, whiskey. A sidecar, lemon juice, Cointreau, whiskey. A Boulevardier, sweet vermouth, bitters, whiskey.
I will never drink that.
You don't like sweet vermouth?
Vermouth is the single most disgusting thing you can put in alcohol.
Is it more disgusting than mayo? Put mayo in alcohol.
You wouldn't put mayo in alcohol, so...
Here's not putting mayo in alcohol.
But that's the difference, right?
Yeah.
Like, you never ask. It's like, what's that say? Like, when you give once, like, there's like a set of things. Like, you give once, they're appreciative. The second time, they expect it. The third time,
Oh,
right,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
The
yeah.
fourth time, if you don't do it, they hate you.
Right.
Right?
Right.
But you never ask. So it's just me giving.
I am kind of pissed you didn't give earlier, though. No. Just kidding. By the way, you want some chips?
Oh, yes, please. Thank you. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you're a very kind, generous person. And
Well-
I appreciate it. And your wife, too. She always fixes up nice stuff as well.
Yeah, she does.
It's not just stuff that you grill. She then makes something, and it's just like, wow, we suck.
No, we just always make too much. We just always make too much.
Well, anyhow, so you watched the little speech
Yeah, I
thing
watched
in
it.
Majig.
And I have to say, like, I don't know, man. I have some very mixed feelings. Because
Yeah.
I understand if you're very anti-Trump and you're in Congress. Like, I get it. Like, you're on this gravy train and the gravy train is gone or whatever it is.
Right.
And you're the losing team. Like, I get it. But, gosh darn it, have some fucking tact. Would you?
Why? What happened?
Like, this dude, like, got kicked out. The sergeant of arms had to come down and pull him out because he was just yelling and screaming. And after the fact, he was like, I'm just really wanted to stand up because Trump is ruining Medicare.
No, you know what that is? That's a prima donna who always wanted to be an actor, but never could. And finally he gets his center stage performance.
And then 4 or 5 Democrats just walked out
Yeah,
in the middle.
whatever.
And then some people had signs saying Trump's a liar, like lies, lies. Like every time he would say something, they would put up these signs. And it's just like, give me a break, man.
Yeah.
And nobody clapped for anything.
And
Nobody
all it
clapped
does
for
is
anything.
it just shows how juvenile they are.
Yeah.
It's like, come on. Because I don't remember anything like that happening. There was one guy, it was a judge. Obama was giving a speech and he said something. And the judges are supposed to sit there stoic and not say anything.
Yeah, and he should...
And because Obama said something that wasn't true, and he said that was a lie, it's a lie, or something like that. And
Still, that's
still
that's
agreed.
uncouth.
And it was, everyone was all about how undignified and
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
it was.
And even the Democratic, the minority speaker, had to say, like, let's keep this civil. I mean, he used other words, but...
It's easy to say that when you did all the stuff that you wanted to, your team,
I know.
and then you go,
But,
I want to keep this civil. No, you were cheering that on. Inside, you were cheering that on.
well, but, I mean, let's not...
Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. But it's all bullshit. And you know that.
It was pretty bad. And even things like, I get it, if people weren't clapping for some action that he took that he said he was doing that they didn't agree with. Cool. But you know how every president like runs down like people in America who something happened and they highlight this specific action which caused something.
Right.
Like nobody claps for that.
Oh, wow. So they're just, I'm not going to clap.
Yeah.
Did they? Oh, yeah. Well, I was going over music stuff. I have a meeting this Thursday with Billy, because he's going to be playing some drums for this, because we got to record it all in separate parts, because nobody can get together.
Are you
It's
doing
very
one
difficult.
song or more songs or?
No, we're going to do a whole bunch of songs, because we do them at the parties.
I know.
But they've never been recorded.
Oh, so it's this nothing new.
Wow, did you hear that?
Well,
Nothing new.
I'm gonna.
Actually, I did come up with kind of a little jingle hook-like thing just the other day, and I haven't forgotten it, so I think it's going to stick. I just got to come up with some lyrics to go with the chorus now.
Okay.
Yeah. So I will have a new song someday.
Someday.
For the party this year, I'll have a new song. There you go. And if I come up with it fast enough, we might even be able to record it, but I doubt
Can I
it.
count on that?
No.
Okay. So I'm not gonna hold my breath then.
Not that long. This is very good gin, man.
Yeah.
Orkney Gin Company. Mikkelmas. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong.
Probably.
Warming, spiced, smooth. And it is. It's smooth.
It's very,
And spiced.
very delicious. I'm happy you purchased that.
You know, Julie got rid of some bottles, and what I realized,
I'm saving this one for you because you asked to keep.
I need to have, and I was even thinking about taking all these tiki things out of here. I need to have some place where I can have my international foreign bottles. Just the empty bottles. This is from this country, because you can't buy them here.
Yeah. Not yet, anyways. Should we check?
Oh, this one you might be able to. You should be able to. It's darn good.
What's it called? Orkney?
Orkney.
Orkney.
Orkney. Orkney Gin Company. And this one is the Mikkelmas.
You can
Mikkelmas.
you can get it at Cask Cartel. But it's $169.
Oh, I treated you. Boom, baby.
You didn't pay that much.
I did. I paid like even more.
I'm sure you did.
Makes up for all that food that I eat that you give us.
But that's all I see is
Is it the same one?
same bottle.
Okay, cool.
I should make you do something for me.
Remember that gin I brought back from London that you can only buy it in that store?
Yeah.
They don't even sell it in England.
Yeah.
You have to buy it in that store. It's
Where's
made.
that bottle?
It was the metal thing. It was in the metal flask thing. That's got to be somewhere around here.
I hope so.
I do too. I forgot about that. I don't know where it is.
I'm gonna send you something.
Okay.
I want you to do it for me. I'll tell you what to do. I'm gonna forward.
Don't you just love that someone sends you a text? You have to do this now.
Dana Fryer at Frontier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Then our fryer.
Well, it popped up on its own, so I'm assuming. I want you to enter this Oregon's liquor lottery,
Oh.
and you can select 5 things, and if you win, then you get the opportunity to purchase it. And I've never won. I made Christina do it, but I have 5 that I want you to select.
Okay.
So then if you win, then
Okay, cool.
I'll buy it.
Cool, cool.
Actually. We haven't finished that, so.
Oh, sorry. I've been drinking a lot. I killed this one off. This one was earlier when I was doing my office work.
Dana. I purposely did not drink
Good for you.
until I came here. But you can never seem to do that. You can't wait.
I can. I went 6 months without a drop.
When?
I don't remember. I think I was like 4. No, it was a few years ago. I had to take some medicine. The medicine itself was hard on the liver.
Oh, I see.
And so I said, okay. And the funny thing is, I honestly kind of expected to at some point go, damn, I need a drink really bad. Not once. It just didn't happen.
I don't know if I could do it for 6 months.
And I was only shaking because I was cold.
Yeah, I know. I know. So anyway, he talked a lot about all the orders that he put in. It's all stuff we knew, right?
Right.
There was nothing new, except for he said...
And the Doge stuff.
He talked a little bit about the Doge stuff. Elon was there. He brought this six-year-old, this young boy who always... Oh, he talked a lot about police officers and, like, bringing them back to prominence. And
Yeah.
And there was this little kid who wanted to be a police officer, and he had some kind of cancer, like some brain cancer or something. Like you could tell his hair was all like not right, and he had like this little police uniform on with a little police star, and his dad was right there, and he had been expected to only live like 5 months, but he's lived for like 6 years.
Oh, wow.
And so a lot of like police things have like made him honorary like, members. And so he had the Secret Service guy come down and give him a badge as an honorary Secret Service.
Nice.
Like that kind of thing is really cool.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't care who does it. If Obama would have done it, I would have said that's nice. If Biden would have done it, I would have said that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
That was really cool. And he's like got his little badge, he's got his little picture, you know, on the card.
And he turned to somebody and went, "You're busted."
He had a big smile on his face. It was really cute. It was really cool.
So what did you want to be when you were a kid? Did you want to be a cop or a fireman or a doctor? Those were always the three, right?
I wanted to be, I think I wanted to be a baseball player, but I sucked.
See, I didn't have any sports aspirations at all.
Dude, ESPN was on our TV 24/7. Baseball, football, basketball.
That's right. You're a lot younger than me. We had 3 channels when I was a kid.
Yeah, well, we had ESPN.
No, 4. There was Channel 10.
Yeah.
There was PBS.
So we had ESPN 24/7.
Right.
So, but I'm not that athletic. I'm not tall. I'm not fit. I'm not, you know, I don't really fit the criteria. So I had no clue. I think that's part of the problem for young people who don't have a vision for themselves.
They enter girls' sports and say, I identify.
No, those are the people who have vision and aspiration but no talent and want to cheat. Mm-hmm. Did you hear about, Trump talked about this. Some runner 5 hours, like beat the record by 5 hours.
Yeah. How do you live with yourself? How do you live with yourself?
Well,
the mental illness is not about the sex identity. The mental illness is about doing something like that.
Yeah.
That's just bizarre.
It is. It is, but I don't know. You know who Andrew Tate is? Mm-hmm. He was on the PDB.
Now, wasn't he like kind of locked in at a country for a while?
Yeah, in Romania.
Yeah.
For 3 years. He was in prison.
Right. It was house arrest.
Prison, then house arrest.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
He was in prison for
a while. It was something like that.
But he was on PDB. That dude is a master debater. That dude
is a master debater?
Yeah. I wondered whether
I used to do that a lot, but not anymore.
Too old. No, he, like, whether you like him or don't like him or whatever, I just wanted to hear what he had to say because he's very articulate.
And just really fast like that.
He does.
Really right to the point, and just everything. I think.
And he
Yeah.
like
like,
because he's very
not a
animated.
fan. Yeah, yeah.
But I'm like that.
Yeah.
When I'm passionate about something,
Oh, I
I'm
know.
super animated. We all know. But he's very. His logic is almost flawless.
Oh, I would have to see.
You can
to know what you're talking
disagree with, like, you can disagree with what he's saying, but the logic is not flawed. Does that make sense? Like, he answered this question about, because he has like a lot of kids, right? Mm-hmm. And he said, just like Elon Musk, right? His point of view is, when you're trying to be a king, but something about kings and having multiple women, right? Like, the more money you have, the more options you have, right? And kings aren't saddled with that type of thing. They're doing things that matter, right?
Okay.
So he uses kings as like well-driven people, like Elon Musk, right?
Right.
Like, he can afford it. He takes care of them. He's in his intentions when he does see his kids, which is often. It's intentioned, and he compared that to like a guy who is married and has 2 kids, but just comes home and sits on the couch and watches TV all day. Yeah, they're there. But there's no intention. There's no real fatherhood. There's no.
I understand that, and I hate to say it, but I agree with that. Yeah, I mean, you need to be giving them your attention.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people who just, have a kid, and then that's it.
And then PDB asked him, well, if your daughter married someone who had side chicks, what would you say? What would you do as the father?
Right.
And he said, well, if I'm being 100% honest,
I'd kick his ass.
I would sit her down.
Yeah.
And I would say, is he taking care of you?
Right.
Is he taking care of your children? Are you, like, if all of that is true, why ruin your life? Let him have his fun. You're taken care of.
Right.
That's what I would say.
Okay.
And if he can stick to that, then at least his logic is...
No, I understand.
Right?
But this reminds me of a little incident I had once.
Incident.
But, so the fetching missus and I were talking a long time ago. I can blame this on my immaturity, but it's flawless.
Okay.
It's flawless. And there was something, I don't remember what I said, I would like to do X, Y, or Z, and she was just like, yeah, we've got the money for it, if the bills are taken care of, all that kind of stuff. And I said, so basically what you're saying is, as long as everything's cool, I've got all the bills paid, you are taken care of, and I'm doing everything right, it doesn't matter what I do. And she goes, yeah, I don't care. And I said, so I could cheat on you? And then she goes, well, no, that's a sin. I said, that's between me and God. But if you're taken care of, and I'm showing in all these ways that I love you and that I care for you, and I'm meeting all the bills, you just told me I can do whatever I want to do. And so we had a little argument. and that was when I came up with this line, and I thought, this would be a great book to write. I'd like to write a book, and the title is Marriage, an Acceptable Form of Prostitution. Because when you think about it,
yes, I agree.
That's really what it is.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Because I have certain needs, and she has certain needs.
Yeah.
When we've fulfilled each other contractually.
And he went on this huge diatribe about how the marriage...
I should write that book.
Marriage pre a certain date, was about being taken care of, and property, and your children.
Yeah.
Right? It wasn't,
lineage and
it
property
wasn't about monogamy.
Exactly.
But somehow it turned into...
Well, no, I disagree with that. It was about monogamy.
No. Maybe for peasants, but not for kings.
In the Christian culture it was.
But not for kings.
And that's what's interesting about the Bible. Oh, man. What's interesting about the Bible is, and I used to do this to the elders at a different church we used to go to, is I would challenge them and say, show me where I cannot have a concubine or another wife. You can't find it.
Nope.
Because the Old Testament, the law is for kings. Mm-hmm. In the New Testament, it's for elders and deacons. I'm not an elder. I'm not a deacon. So it's okay. Now, if you get into the Bible,
Just saying.
you realize...
Just saying.
But if you want to be all technical about stuff, I got a good technicality.
Yeah, you do. Yes, you do. But you can't control sheeple.
3?
Yeah, I'm fat today.
It's Fat Tuesday.
We have to be gluttonous in some way.
Okay. Cheetos.
So, I don't know. Christina and I, we watch those like Sister Wives and...
What wives?
Sister Wives.
Oh, is that Mormon thing?
They're... I don't know if they're Mormon.
Is it in Utah?
They left Utah because they were going to go to jail.
Yeah, it's Mormon. Because they believe they are true Mormons.
Yes, but they don't use the word Mormon.
Of course not.
So, anyways. So he had 4 wives, and it's basically been going on for like 16 years or something, and you follow this family. And 2 wives have left. He's down to one wife. 3 wives left. He's down to 1 wife. But so Christina and I always talk about like I couldn't do that. Like I can barely keep her happy.
I know.
Much of other people. And then we started watching this other show called Seeking Sister Wife. And so it's like couples who have decided to be polygamous and are looking for another. So sometimes it's the second, sometimes it's the third. Sometimes these people, like one couple, he was married, they got a second one, and then the first one decided to leave. So now they're seeking another one. And it's like, that's crazy. Like, that's too much.
Yeah.
Like a concubine or like a plaything on the side, cool. Like, that's easy. But like...
A wife.
A wife?
Yeah.
Kings. Only like...
But see, once again, that's even with a king, that's not really a wife. That's property. Because you're not developing a relationship. And that's where, like I say, if you go into God's original intent, and also as it's clarified by Jesus, it was meant for one guy, one girl, to become one flesh. To become like that. That's how it's meant. And if you have more ingredients, it separates that. And, just kids has separated marriages. What do you think another wife's going to do, man? They're all going to be pissed at you.
Yeah. Some of these people are...
Oh, yeah.
Wackadoodle.
There's a lot of wackadoodle out there, man.
But there's some, like... We always look at it with like a kind of eye, like what's really going on here. Like one dude, he just wants to have sex with people.
Right.
And, he talks about bringing them in, but that dude he just feels dirty, right? And then there's a couple couples that are like, yeah, whatever. But there's one couple, and because we watch these shows so much, like they tell you like the purpose behind it, right? Like there are rules and there are things like women are naturally jealous. So if you're in a polygamous relationship, women have to learn how to fight their natural jealous tendency.
So wait a minute. Men are naturally jealous too.
Not like women.
Oh yeah, they are. They just do it differently.
Only pussies.
No.
Anyway, I'm not saying I believe it. I'm just saying that's what they say, right? So Christina and I talk about like, if there's a right way to do it, right? The other thing is like companionship for the women, right? While the man is out, there's a village to raise the kids, right? All of this stuff, right? Because normally they want to have like 18 kids. So you have 5 wives and 18 kids, like that's doable, right?
As long as all the wives get along.
Well, that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So there's one couple where the wife really loves this other person. And like you see her saying like, oh no, like if you're not happy, I'm not happy. And there's like, and
about the other wife.
About the other wife. And it's almost like if it's ever really going to work, that's the way that it works.
That's called brainwashing.
I don't know if it's brainwashing.
Hey, so I saw something, this is along the same lines.
Okay.
It's not.
It's fine. Take
It's something I wanted to mention. Because I know you watch Joe Rogan once in a while.
Occasionally.
Did you see when he had Bill Murray on?
I have not watched Bill Murray yet.
So I just saw a clip that was interesting.
Okay.
Because it ties into something you and I always talk about.
Okay.
He started to read Bob Woodward's book on John Belushi.
Okay.
He said, I got about 5 pages in and realized this guy doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. He's lying about everything. John was my friend. And so he tosses the book out and he goes, well, if he's lying about John, what else is he lying about? What did he lie about with Nixon? Yeah.
You know, I've heard this
Yeah.
in a few places.
And then I hear you start to do your deep dive and you realize Woodward wasn't even a journalist before that whole Watergate thing. Mm-hmm.
And what did they say? The winner always writes the history. So there's always something left out.
Always. But I loved how he kind of got that red pill moment of going, wait a minute, this is something I am involved in. He was my friend. I know that this is a lie from a journalist who supposedly tells the truth. So what else is he lying about? And that's what I've been saying for years. And I mean, the real big eye-opener for me was, I know I've said it before, I don't remember the guy's name, but it was in Florida. He ended up having to shoot this kid, killed him.
The Trayvon Martin thing?
Yeah, because NBC edited the 911 tape. He was talking to the police. The police asked him, he first said, you know, there's a guy walking around, he's got a hoodie on, he looks like he's up to no good. And then the cop goes, you know, asks him a few questions and then goes, what color is he? And he says, it's dark, I can't tell. Black, I think. Well, they edited that so that he just says, this guy's up to no good, he's black. NBC specifically made it so that it was now a race thing.
Everything is.
But my point is, this was a long time ago. Everything is now. That was a long time ago. That was back when Obama was in his first term.
Yeah. There's some shenanigans happening.
Everybody lies.
Everybody lies.
All the news lies. Don't believe one piece of bit the news says. Even when they tell you the truth, it's a lie.
This is the other thing Andrew Tate said. He said, you know, even about something like Diddy, right? You know, Diddy and all his problems. Because that happened to Tate, essentially. But it was all, in Tate's eyes, it was all lies. Mm-hmm. Like, he's never been convicted. He's never even had a trial. Mm-hmm. They talked to 100 girls. 99 of them said he's a great, upstanding man. One girl said, yeah, he made me mad one time. So they wanted him locked up, right? And so he was like, even with something like Diddy, this is the way I think, okay? He might have done all those horrible things, and that might be true. But who didn't they get? And why is it just him?
Oh, right.
Right? Why is it just him?
Right.
Instead of just being triggered, oh, he's such a bad man because the news said so. Why is it only him?
Right.
Like, you have to be inquisitive.
Oh, man. Because of Jordan asking me questions about this whole Ukraine thing, and he hasn't talked to me since the whole blow up with Trump and
did you see the footage?
Hang on. But when that happened, I did a deep dive. We're looking at interviews from different people years ago. And that was when I realized, because I really don't know much about it. Well, I know enough about it now to know that everybody's dirty. Everybody's dirty. Us, Europe, Putin, obviously, and what's the guy's name again? Zelensky. They're all dirty. Everybody's got their dirt. Everybody's got their finger in this thing that has made it one messed up deal. You honestly cannot point at any one person. Sure, you can point at Putin because he went in and he shouldn't have done that and it was wrong. But when you see all the other stuff that was done that set it up, it's kind of like when I first heard about, with Japan attacking Pearl Harbor, and it's like, the U.S.'s fault, and I was like, what the hell are you talking about? And then you do your research and find out, oh, we cut off Japan because they were doing what was wrong. They're taking over a bunch of areas, and so we decided to blockade them, so now they got no fuel and that kind of stuff, and it pushed them into saying, we have to attack the U.S.
Plus, we also knew that if we just went, this is another thing I heard, somebody was talking about this recently, if we would have just went and entered World War II with no cause, everybody would have been upset. But
because he made the promise, we're not going to help out England, we're not helping them out, but as soon as that happened,
then all bets are off.
Churchill's own words were, he was amazed at how much the president wanted to get involved, but his hands were tied.
Yeah.
And he couldn't. So they were sending over help, but not boots on the ground help.
Until magically
Japan attacked.
Magically.
Yeah.
Through no fault of our own.
Well, but see, here's the thing. You can't say it is our fault because they still have the option of not doing that.
I know, but it's like drawing the line in the sand and telling someone, if you cross this line, I'm going to punch you.
Right.
Please don't cross this line. You have no reason to cross this line. If you do, I'm going to punch you.
Right.
And then they cross the line and you punch them. Oh, well, you're a bad guy because you punched them.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
So it's a fine line.
Yeah.
Right? And you can defend or detract either side. Right?
But anyhow,
and that's the problem, is everything is nuanced. And when you just have a one-sided, oh my gosh, kind of thing, then you're lost. Just go away. Like, you can't even join the conversation, right?
Because we're all being played.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. You're probably
Which is why everyone needs a backyard bar.
Cabana, yes. Should we end on that note?
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, we're past time, and I need to talk to you about why I'm not flying Thursday, but I can't do it on camera.
It's that arrest warrant, isn't it?
Yep.
All right,
I'm
then.
on a no-fly list. All right.
Dude, okay, here's some words of wisdom.
Okay.
If you're reading or listening to anything that makes you hate somebody, stop listening to them or reading that.
Or love somebody overwhelmingly. If it's a puff piece. Yeah.
Jesus is worth loving overwhelmingly.
In the media.
Yeah.
No media is...
No. But I love you.
I love you too, man.
Right on.
Cheers.
Happy down the cabana hole.
Number 54.
Okay.